Yo, what's good? What's happening to everyone watching right now? We're back with another one. And yeah, hey, this news, man, it's never ending in this country, man. You look to the side, there's something happening. You look to the side, there's something happening. But you know what we're talking about today? Because you can see the thumbnail. It's that boy Ramaphosa. I'm your boy LA. Make sure that you like, you subscribe, you comment. I'm here with MD.
Hey, yo, what's up?
Yeah, man. I don't know if you've
Yeah,
heard what's been going on with Ramaphosa. He said that he wasn't going to resign, but before that, there was this Phala Phala thing, where I guess there's some robbers that went to his farmhouse or whatnot. They were trying to rob him, and while they were robbing him, somehow they discovered some money under the couches, and then uh, that money is in dollars, US dollars, you know. And then that was 2, 3 years ago, 2023 or something. I'm not sure. Fast forward, and then during that time in Parliament, I guess all the opposition parties they wanted to talk about this, or they wanted Ramaphosa to be accountable. And then somehow there was a vote in parliament, and there's a guy that made a report about this. I think it's a former judge or whatnot. So I guess they were voting in parliament whether that report is valid or not. So they buried it. And then fast forward now in this time we're in right now, all these things are coming back, and then now the constitution said it was illegal for them to bury that report. That report was supposed to be um, taken serious or whatnot, because now they did this thing, the ANC. We all know it, when one of their own is going through something, because they're the majority in parliament, they're all going to vote no. And then, so now the constitution said, okay, that's illegal, that's not right. This needs to be reviewed. There needs to be a impeachment committee and whatnot. So I guess this other day when Ramaphosa was addressing the nation, he just came out and say, "Hey man, I'm not resigning. I'm not resigning. you know, I'm not resigning. So if y'all thought that I was gonna be resigning or whatnot, you're wrong. I'm not resigning. This is my company, because that's how he sees us. We're just employees to him and whatnot. We're not citizens. We're customers. You know. So I have a video here where I can play, where he's telling the nation that he's not resigning, and then uh, I want to hear your take as soon as the video ends.
okay. Before we go
Why
to
the heck would
the video,
Uh,
yeah, I want I want to understand something, because lately um, I have not been following this thing. So I want to know about this report that was buried by the parliament, uh, because this thing can't be like um, going in court without without finding him uh, guilty, or should I say, what are they charging him for? If I can put it that way.
okay, let me try and look it up for you and see if I can find a video that can like simply explain. But if not, I'll just try and summarize it as best I can. Uh,
This guy is so fucking ugly, man.
I doubt it's South African, but that's another story. Okay, let me see. Okay. Can you hear anything?
Yeah, you are playing a video now.
Yeah, you can hear it.
No, I,
Oh,
I can only see this guy. Yeah.
all right. No, perfect. Because I thought maybe it's playing in behind the scenes. Okay, okay. Mm, uh, mm, okay, I'll just play this video. Let me remove this one. It's time Bezos. Can you hear?
Johannesburg just dealt a massive blow
Yeah.
in Cyril Ramaphosa's
Okay.
political ambitions and authority to run
Hopefully
the
they're gonna
country.
break it
The
down.
court just ruled that Parliament acted invalidly, unconstitutionally, when it used its majority. This was before the GNU, of course, in 2022, to do away with the Section 189 report that found Ramaphosa may have acted corruptly in the Phala Phala case, that infamous case that just refused to go away, where thousands, hundreds of thousands of US dollars was found in a couch in Ramaphosa's private farm in Limpopo. What does this mean for the president? Well, politically, it means that he is weakened. A court has effectively told Parliament to go back and conduct an impeachment hearing into his conduct based on that Section 189 report that was written by former Chief Justice Andile Mlobo. And it isn't an over exaggeration to say this is, as my colleague Peter de Tooy has written, Ramaphosa's Nkandla moment. You'll remember that the Constitutional Court about more than a decade ago ruled against Jacob Zuma, the former president, in the Nkandla case, which really was the end of his tenure as president. This case now goes back to Parliament. The ANC no longer has a majority, which means if they want to protect Ramaphosa through an impeachment hearing, they will need the cooperation of their GNU partners, including the Democratic Alliance. So we are in new, uncharted political waters and a very uncertain future as of this moment for President Ramaphosa. News 24.
All right. So did it clear your mind a bit?
Yeah.
So yeah, so there's the story. So former Justice Sandile Ngobo, I think, wrote a report on this Phala Phala thing, and then they outvoted other parliament members in the parliament, to bury this thing, and then now it's back again. The constitution said, hey, no, we need to go back there. That thing that you did back then was the wrong thing to do. You shouldn't have buried that report. So now they have to make a impeachment committee, I guess, going over whether they should impeach Ramaphosa or not, or is he guilty or not. So here is when he was, I guess, for the first time speaking to the public about this thing, and then he was being called to resign by the public, and other political parties, that the EFF, ATM, opposition, all of them, even DA, all these people coming out and saying that he must be impeached and all those things, and this was his response.
My fellow South Africans, while there have been calls in some circles that I should resign, nothing in the Constitutional Court judgment compels me to resign my office. I therefore respectfully want to make it clear that I will not resign. I remain here and am not resigning. May God continue to bless South Africa and protect her people. Thank you.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving!
Okay, so now the guy is saying that he's not stepping down because the constitutional court have not forced him to resign. That is what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, basically.
So he meant that he's waiting for the constitutional court to force him to resign. But then he forgot that the masses on the ground can force him to resign. I think he forgot that. As much as constitutional court is the supremacy of the law in this country, but then masses on the ground, they are even more powerful. And even that constitution also grant the authority to the masses.
And they don't want us to believe that. They want us to think that we are powerless, we don't have a voice, we can't change, our country or whatnot. They think that we have to. You heard what he said. He said, "My office." A true president, even a football coach, bro. A football coach never says, "My team." It's like the boys or the guys or whatnot. It's never you never personalize something so big, something that involves people, bro. It's like, bro, what do you mean it's your office? It's not your office, bro. It's the people's office. Because we as a nation decide who we want to put in there. It's not his office, bro. What you think this is? Like Brian Ati, like is like a GP, a doctor somewhere in West Street or something. Like, oh, I'll see you at my office. No, bro. This is not your office, bro. This is the Republic of South Africa's office, bro. Come on.
The guy is not owning the shit.
What is wrong with this guy? But yeah, continue.
But whenever, when he speaks about this matter, I find that he's not considering himself guilty. He doesn't find himself in any form of mistake in this, because I was doing some research here and I found that the guy violated Section 96 of the Constitution, which strictly prohibits the president from exposing himself to any situation involving a risk to a conflict between his officials' responsibilities and private financial interest. So, last time I checked, they said, as a South African citizen or a business person, you are not permitted to have 50,000 rand.
Section money?
He violated Section 96 of the Constitution.
Okay.
Yes. So, as thousands of dollars were discovered from his farm. So the question is, why that money was not placed in where? Because I'm asking myself, where the guy can get $1,000? Who are these people who can fly around with thousands of dollars to buy something from his farm?
Apparently, the story was some guy from Sudan was buying cows.
Cash.
But cash, that's my thing, because there's no proof that there was, how much is this money? 500,000 or 600,000 US dollars. There's no proof or history of it crossing through airports, bro. Nothing. Because usually when you have that amount of money, it goes through customs, it goes through the process, and they know exactly how much, and you as well. for the airport to protect it as well, they need to know everything, you know. So how did it get from Sudan to South Africa and it was cash? How? And
So
it's US
my
dollar.
friend last year was my friend last year went to France to attend the business. There was a youth business summit last year, and then my friend was one of those who's going to attend that summit in France. Guess what happened? Okay, everything was processed, his visa and everything, and they have to change the currency. He had 50,000 rands to convert into the France currency so that he can buy with the France currency, because I can't go with 100 rand and use it in France or use it in Mozambique, because I have to change the currency and use that country's currency to buy anything that I'm buying there. Not unless I'm using the electronic payments. So Ramaphosa have to tell us where these dollars are coming from, because he can't tell us the guy from Sudan came with 500,000 US dollars in cash without detected from airport. No way, it can't be like that. Open your mic.
Oh yeah. Excuse. I don't know which news channel, but there was a news channel that went and interviewed this Sudanese guy that apparently gave Ramaphosa for cows. I don't know how much cows is that, but another story is the cows are still there, bro.
Well, in Phala Phala.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. These people can't be doing this to us. The guy paid 500,000 US dollars for cows.
600. Come on.
But yet, he even take those cows.
4 years later, still the cows are there.
Actually, the guy was buying the shares or cows. What was the guy was buying there? Because you cannot tell me that you bought a cow and you never took it for almost 4 years, and yet you have paid for it.
And there's no proof that the money crossed the airport and it was detected and checked and whatnot. Also, there's no transaction, even electronic card, you know. And then this guy, where this news channel went to interview him, he was showing some papers and whatnot, but then when the authorities were looking for papers, the papers are not there.
No, man, this guy, he can't be using his power so badly, because you can see that they are now manipulating and they're undermining the law of this country. Now, because the guy, he know exactly that whatever happened between him and his Sudanese friend, it was not legal. That falls under corruption. And now the guy has to face the music.
And then you know what he's saying? I'm not resigning.
No way, he can't do that. He can't do that. But I feel like he's going to escape this thing, because in Parliament, we are having very unfit people. We are having unfit people such as IFP people, where this guy Gaten Mackenzie. That guy is so fucking dumb, man. They're so fucking dumb, that guy. I'm telling you, man. You see?
And you know, you oh, continue.
So as I was saying that MK was asking, I'm not sure it's a patriotic alliance for Gaten Mackenzie and IFP, EFF. I'm not sure about EFF, but there's other political party, and they said they are not working with MK regarding this matter. You know why? Because they are there in GNU. So the problem that you are having currently is that I feel like this guy is going to escape all these things, because even that committee, that I think he's the one who's forming the committee.
Ramaphosa.
He's the one who got power to form that committee, impeachment committee.
Venus, who's forming the committee?
It's the parliament. But obviously, because
who's in control of the parliament?
It's the ANC, of course. So they're gonna have just like the ANC had the majority of people in the ad hoc. Same thing. They're gonna have the majority of people in the committee.